Sedona, Arizona is one of the most beautiful and iconic places in the United States. The place that feels sacred the moment you arrive. The kind of destination that pulls you in and makes you want to slow down, look closer, and stay longer. In this video, we're sharing our favorite hikes, hidden gems, and the moments that made us fall in love with Sedona. Whether it's your first visit or your fifth, there's always something new to discover here. Finally made it to Sedona. The hikes this morning were kind of a bust. We made it to the first hike, which was going to be Devil's Bridge, and it was pouring down rain. So we figured, let's go over to Airport Mesa and then sit there and see if the sun comes out, if the weather gets any better. It didn't. It slowly turned from rain to kind of like a wintry mix, and now we're in full snow. So we're here at Birthing Cave for our first hike of the day, and we can't be more excited.
Made it up here to Birthing Cave. Since it's a little wet, or a lot wet, we weren't really able to make it over here to like set up the camera and get like the iconic like framing of the cave. But as you can see, did our best. Can only make it up so far. So take it for what it is. We just finished up Birthing Cave. It was honestly pretty cool. It was really slippery once you were up there.
Yeah.
We kind of just like followed the creek bed all the way up to the cave. It was so slippery.
We debated taking our shoes off because like our hands had a pretty good grip on the rock, but ultimately it just made more sense for us to just accept our fate. And we just passed like a whole bunch of people out here.
Oh my gosh. While we were up in the cave, we were like, do you hear people? Like, are there people nearby? And like 5-10 minutes went by and we started walking back and like
Still
we never
didn't
saw
see.
anybody. So we were like, maybe it's the vortex.
We were so convinced.
We were so convinced it was the vortex.
And then a group of like 20 high schoolers just like rounded the corner, all of them looking somewhat miserable. They had ponchos on with like the clear ponchos you get at like Disney World with their hoodies, because I don't think anyone was expecting snow this weekend. So
Yeah.
It's a pleasant surprise considering the morning started out with a lot of rain.
Oh. So now, since our itinerary was kind of a bust from the beginning, we're going to go drive around, kind of see what trailheads like are the least packed, and go hit some trails. So we'll see what's next.
Yay!
So we wanted to do Devil's Bridge originally for sunrise today. So we're kind of hoping the snow is deterring some people from doing that. It's like 11 o'clock right now. So we'll see how many people are at this parking lot, and that'll determine whether we do it or not. Not a lot of people parked at the Mescal Trail for Devil's Bridge, so we decided to go for it. Just do the hike. It's the middle of the day. There might be a lot of people, there might not be. It's just kind of a risk we decided to take.
Made it to Devil's Bridge. It is so snowy and so beautiful. Pretty much a battle all the way up, I will say, because the trails were super icy. They were muddy, turning to like straight icy. So if you're able to, I would be bringing spikes with you on your trip. We didn't do a packed bag, so we couldn't bring any of our spikes. So we're kind of out here with our hiking boots today. It might be interesting coming down the trail, but hopefully we can make it back to the car and then we can go get lunch. I'm very excited for lunch. We did it. We finished the hike. It was tough. Like, I feel like mentally it was tough.
Yeah, it's just like all this snow coming down is just turning everything to like ice and slush, and it's just like muddy. All that water is like melting, and it just took a lot longer than we anticipated.
Finally, we're going to go get lunch, and hopefully make it to our Airbnb before sunset and head to a couple more spots today. But yeah, the snow has just not let up all day.
Not at all. I mean, it's like thick too. It's
Beautiful. Snowdona.
Snowdona.
Snowdona. Welcome to my tiny house. We just made it to our Airbnb and figured what better time than right now to go to bed.
It's like 4:30. We just got back from an early dinner. It's just been a long day. I mean, flight arrived at 1:30. We slept in 3 different parking lots today before 8 a.m.
Yeah.
We're just beat. Raining and snowing right now. It's super cloudy, so we don't think the sunset's going to be anything special. So we're just going to call it early for tonight so we're ready to go for tomorrow.
And we'll see you guys in the morning. It's a little after 5 a.m. and we are feeling super refreshed, ready to tackle today. We're going to hike a bunch today, hopefully.
Hopefully a lot. There's a lot on our list, but we only have all day today and then like half of tomorrow. So there's a lot we want to go see. Good morning. We are here at the Doe Mountain trailhead, ready to catch a sunrise because the sky is finally clear.
I can actually see stars, which is fantastic.
After yesterday, we're just excited to see like blue sky, a sunrise or a sunset, and just anything that's not snow.
And luckily this trail so far has enough powder on it that any of the slushy trail that we saw yesterday, or Sedona soup, we kept jokingly calling it, is not frozen footprints, and hopefully enough snow's on top we can actually get good grip. Because again, we don't have our spikes, so feeling a little underprepared.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys up there.
We are at the top of Doe Mountain. We barely made it here in time for sunrise. We kind of hit the very tinge of the final pink hour, blue hour, rushing around trying to find a beautiful spot just to watch the sun come up. And we don't have enough time to go through the whole trail this morning.
Now that the sun's out, like all the snow is starting to melt. Like we're standing here looking at a ledge, just watching all the snow starting to just like fall. We can get going here soon. It's been really dangerous here with the snow. You can't really see like where the trails are or anything.
Trying to beat the next crowd of people for the next hike that we're going on, but we're gonna go get some breakfast before we go.
Let's go eat. Alright, so we just got off the shuttle here at Soldiers Pass. The parking lot is currently closed until April 21st, I think it said. We had to pivot and we decided to take the shuttle instead. It runs every like 50 minutes or so and you just park down the road and it brings people in loops.
Got the last spot in the parking lot. We were the last people on the shuttle. Didn't have a seat on the shuttle, but we made it here. So the shuttle leaves as soon as it gets here basically, so it's waiting for maybe some more trail goers, but it's not too far back to the parking lot if we do decide to walk back after our hike, if we don't want to wait for the next bus.
Hey there, it's post Sedona trip Riley here, and we realized the audio didn't record for this clip, but I am pretty confident I was talking about the close proximity of the trailhead to 7 sacred pools and Devil's Kitchen, which makes this trail perfect for those who are looking for a quick viewpoint. And there were tons of Jeep rides and tours driving right up to this location, so easy enough for those who aren't really into hiking but also want to be a part of the outdoor experience here.
We got here right at 12:50, so you can see Trevor is literally steaming right now.
Just got back from Soldier's Pass.
We arrived back at the parking lot. There was a ton of people here, and they were all actually going to Devil's Bridge, which I didn't realize different spots, different times. But if you are riding the shuttle, make sure you have a game plan. Know the times the shuttles are coming in and out. We recommend looking at the time the shuttle departs from here, so you kind of save yourself a couple extra minutes while we are sprinting in at 12:50, being like, where's the shuttle?
It's definitely worth checking out Soldier's Pass. We thought the cave was super cool.
The best part about Soldier's Pass is that you get the sinkhole right off the bat. You get the 7 pools right off the bat. That is like such an easy hike in. So there's this beautiful 360 viewpoint. We had a difficult time kind of going up and even more difficult time coming down. Again, wish we had our spikes this weekend.
Yeah. We were past behind us. Now it is time to go get some tacos.
We're gonna go see if there's parking at the parking lot. It is around almost a little after 2. Patiently waiting for sunset. I think we're gonna hit up Cathedral Rocks for sunset today.
So we just got to the parking lot and we're 0 for 2. Just patiently waiting. Gonna give ourselves a couple of minutes just because we saw people coming out of the trailhead, so.
We got a parking spot.
Let's
go. We only waited in the parking lot like for 10 minutes maybe.
And a lot of people didn't park here. They're walking from some other place.
A lot of people like parked in the neighborhoods, like right here, and like parked like in front of people's houses.
Yeah.
Like I know the one couple was like, yeah, we parked there. We'll see if our car's still there. We don't know. So I was like, yeah, let's not take that risk and just wait for someone's
spot to
open up. We made it to the part on the hike just before the scramble to the top. A mile from where you park, and then all the elevation on this hike is just all at once. So I'm ready to take on the rest of the hike. We made it to the top of Keyhole Cave. Not make it into the iconic framing point. I mean, these slopes up here, they don't look too bad when you're down below. When you're like climbing up them, trying to get up there, it's very steep and very sketchy.
I try not to watch videos of any of the hikes that we do because of the rock scrambles, because I always psych myself out. And I got here and I was like, I have to look up a YouTube video. Like, how the heck
do the people get up here? And watching the YouTube video, I was like, absolutely not. But I showed it to Trevor, and so he started to make his way up.
I made it up, and there was a couple parts where I just wasn't confident in my footing, because like our shoes are pretty soaked from hiking all day, and just like these shoes in general just like don't have that good grip right now because I've had them for a couple years. I feel like I could have made it if I had like a different pair of like drier or better tread shoes on.
I was never going up there.
I told Riley going up, I was like, I know you probably will not do this, so no shame. I was like, you can stay down here, that's totally fine. But like, I don't know, I just felt like I could do it, and even though I'm disappointed, I'd rather make it home than to the ER, so.
I said, I don't want to record you breaking your leg on this trip.
Yeah, just better safe than sorry.
Cathedral Rock for sunset. We just booked it in here. We were sitting in the parking lot across the street, and as soon as we saw the guy let one person go, we were like, go, go, go!
We're one of the first cars in this parking lot after it opened. So.
And it's filling up. It was super quick. I think everyone was patiently waiting for 5:30 when these spots open again. So now we're gonna go
catch an epic sunset
and book it
Let's go.
The hill.
We are out here in the parking lot of our sunrise trailhead. Last night after our sunset hike, we were exhausted, and we just decided to go get something quick for dinner and just go home and shower and go right to bed.
We did try to go to 2 other restaurants. That Sedona restaurants on Saturdays, they close at like 8 p.m.
Yeah, so it was like 8:05. We were trying to find somewhere to eat, and everywhere was closed. So we went home, showered, and just went to bed. Here we are, we're all packed up, checked out of our Airbnb, and ready to tackle this sunrise hike.
We are at the top of Sugarloaf Mountain here in Sedona. We really pushed ourselves yesterday, but our legs were warmed up halfway through this hike, and then kind of just an easy gradual incline up to the top.
We did a lot of climbing, which we're not really used to. Really just added up on us, so a little sore this morning, like Riley said.
Yeah.
But I mean, excited to see the sunrise from up here, and can't wait to show you guys.
just like that, the last sunrise of the trip is over, which means our trip is basically over, but we have a couple more spots we want to go hit up first. The sun is super warm and it just feels good, and yeah, this has been a great trip to Sedona.
Yep, and now it's time for breakfast. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this shopping village.
Coming before the shops open, it is
Peaceful,
peaceful.
it's beautiful, there's things all around.
Okay.
Pronounce this place to the best of your ability.
Okay. La Quipaque.
I'll go Tlaquepaque. Just got done visiting Amitabha Stupa and Peace Park, which is like a little peaceful place to like get away, enjoy like the sounds of nature, kind of escape thoughts of everyday life. There's a lot of people up here like doing their prayer ritual.
Just seeing all of the birds, because they had bird feeders and wind chimes everywhere, is really peaceful. And then on our way out, we saw javelina for the first time, and they were just moseying around, eating up some of the bird food and drinking out of the water. It was really quiet and serene, and it was nice to see that people had a place to go here in the middle of the desert. And so we're still taking it kind of slow on this last day here in Sedona. We passed this outdoor market once or twice on our ways to trails and stuff yesterday, so I told Trevor, I was like, we have to stop today. There are some like really cute stuff that I just saw as we were driving by, so sorry, we're going shopping.
Fun. So that's a wrap on our Sedona trip. You saw Snowdona, Sedona, and Soup Dona with all the mud on the trails. So we really got to see a lot on our list here this weekend, but there's still so much to see here that we honestly didn't even scratch the surface of all that there is to do.
We didn't do the subway, we didn't do so many classic iconic hikes here, so I guess we'll be hitting the gym and then making our way back to Sedona.
Darn, another trip. But if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and turn on that notification bell for all of our weekend adventures.
And don't forget to comment below your favorite part of this video.